Guys, it's Amanda here, back with another video. Welcome to my channel. It's Amanda Loves Perfume. I talk about perfume, all things fragrances, and I'm glad you're here. You guys can subscribe. You can hit the notification button to be notified when I upload a video. You can always leave comments in the comment section. I love hearing from you guys. It's part of one of my favorite things about doing this is hearing from you guys and what you think about fragrances. Today I want to do a video on 10 fragrances I think every woman should own. I love watching these kind of fragrance videos. I just love hearing other people's opinions on what kind of fragrances they like, and I've done a lot of different videos on different kinds of fragrances and, you know, all different kinds of things, but that's what I'm gonna do today. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. So I have 10 fragrances. I'm gonna go from the least to kind of my favorite. But just because it's my least doesn't mean I don't absolutely love it, because if I think every woman should own it, then I love it. I'm gonna start with this one from Atelier Cologne. Oh, I still haven't figured, oh yeah, there we go. This is Vanille Insensee, I guess is how you pronounce it. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. So this is, Atelier Cologne is known for their citrus fragrances, and they're colognes, but they are very strong. They have a very high concentration of fragrance oil, so don't let the cologne part of it fool you. They have a ton of different fragrances in their collection, but this one is vanilla, and it's kind of like a vanilla and lime fragrance. The reason I think every woman should own this is because, number one, it's just a beautiful vanilla. It's a very, very just sophisticated, beautiful vanilla, but it also has this kind of sweet lime note. It's not a sour lime. I always think of it as like lime sherbet, like sweet. So this kind of smells like vanilla ice cream with like a little bit of lime sherbet on top. It's beautiful. The thing I love about this fragrance is this is kind of an all year round fragrance, because the vanilla makes it safe to wear in the colder months, and then the kind of citrusy lime note kind of allows you to wear it in the warmer months. So I think every woman should own Vanille Insensee by Atelier Cologne. That's my number one. Number two is a fragrance that I absolutely love. I'm gonna spray this one on a card. This is a fragrance that I don't think gets enough love, because this is absolutely a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. This is Versace Yellow Diamond. I love the bottle. I mean, I guess it's a little cheesy, but I like it. This smells very yellow, if that makes any sense. This is a fresh kind of yellow floral. It is beautiful. It's not citrusy, but it has a fresh, sweet vibe to it, but without being citrusy. Oh my goodness, you guys, I used my daughter's old note cards, and this one's got like this silly picture on it that I just saw. But this is a beautiful fragrance. This is, again, an all year fragrance. It is just a beautiful, fresh, kind of florally, fruity fragrance. It's an EDT, but it actually lasts a really long time on my skin. It wears beautifully. I get compliments when I wear this. I have complimented other women and found out they're wearing Yellow Diamond. So it's just a very pleasant smell. But this is not an expensive fragrance, especially if you get it on like FragranceNet. It's just a great, great perfume to have in your collection. I think every woman should have it. There's really nothing not to like about Versace Yellow Diamond. It's just a beautiful fragrance. I do not like the intense version of it, as I normally, just being honest with you guys, I never like the intense versions of fragrances. I don't know why. I've never liked one. Every single time I bought an intense version of a fragrance, I'd return it. I don't like it. So I like the original Versace Yellow Diamond. As you can see, I've used that's a lot for me because I have so many fragrances. I just wear this to death. I love it. So that is that one. The next one I want to talk about is this Prada. This is the Infusions line, and this is the Infusions d'Iris. It's the Iris. Oh my goodness. The reason I have this in here is that this is a more serious and sophisticated fragrance. This is a classic fragrance. It's a very powdery iris. fragrance. It's got some cedar in it. It is absolutely gorgeous. I love iris in fragrances. It's one of my favorite notes. And this is loaded with iris. But when this dries down, it's just a very powdery, sweet, kind of fluffy, comforting, classic fragrance. So I think everyone should have this because it's a more serious fragrance. It's a more mature fragrance, which it's always nice to have those fragrances in your collection because you can wear it to, I don't know, a wedding or a luncheon, something fancy. This is not a sexy fragrance. This is more of a kind of, again, serious, mature, classy fragrance, but it wears beautifully. It lasts forever. And it's just an absolutely, Prada makes really, really, really good fragrances. And this is one of their very best. This was one of their best sellers, their most popular fragrances that they've ever put out. And it's just absolutely beautiful. So that's Prada Infusions d'Iris. It also has benzoin, cedar and benzoin in it, which I think makes this kind of a little bit more special. There's just something really cool about this fragrance. So that's that one. The next one I have, and I had a hard time choosing whether I wanted to do a Tendre or just the original Chanel Chance, but I chose the original. And the reason I chose this one is this is, again, a really classy, sophisticated fragrance. This is not a playful, flirty, sexy fragrance. This to me smells exactly like what Gabrielle Chanel would smell like. I think this is the fragrance she would have worn. I'm pretty sure she wore Chanel No. 5, but in my mind, this is what she wears. This to me smells like the brand Chanel. Like if you went into a Chanel store or a Chanel boutique, this is what it would smell like. This smells to me very similar to Coco Mademoiselle. A little fresher and without the patchouli. The thing I don't like about Coco Mademoiselle is the heavy patchouli in the base of it. It's just too much patchouli for me. This also reminds me of Coco Noir. It's a much lighter version of Coco Noir, but to me, Coco Noir smells similar to Coco Mademoiselle. And then this smells like the fresher, younger sister of those two fragrances. I love it. It's beautiful. This to me is like Easter Sunday, I don't know, a bridal shower. It's just beautiful and sophisticated. So I think everyone should own, it's the original EDT Chanel Chance. It's the yellow one. Okay. I'm kind of, well, yeah, I'm going down to my favorites. Oh my goodness, I just dropped my, and this is probably my most expensive fragrance. Okay, so this one that I picked, this is from Trish McEvoy. This is Sexy 9 Blackberry and Vanilla Musk. This one is not very well known, so I wanted to include it in this because it is just absolutely a gorgeous fragrance. Trish McEvoy is mainly known for her makeup and skincare, but she does have fragrances and they're amazing. They're very well made. Everything that Trish McEvoy does is beyond well made. Her makeup brushes, she uses the same materials that you use in paintbrushes. Her makeup brushes are amazing. I have almost all of her makeup brushes. And I have several of her fragrances. So this definitely smells like sexy blackberries, if that makes any sense. You can smell the blackberries right on the top. In the bottom, you can definitely smell the vanilla, and there's definitely musk. But to me, this is like a fresh, fruity fragrance, but sexy. And that's why I think every woman should own this, because it checks a lot of boxes. Like, this is kind of a one-stop shop fragrance, because a lot of women like fruity fragrances, a lot of women like vanilla and fragrances, and a lot of women like sexy fragrances with musk in it. So to me, this is a great fragrance. Another reason I chose it is because this is another one that's kind of all year round. You've got the vanilla that you can, you know, pull in the winter months, and then you've got the blackberry that you can have in the spring and summer, and then musk is just kind of all year round. This is a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. It wears really well. It stays on for a long time. There is an original blackberry and vanilla musk that's not the Sexy 9. You also see the Sexy 9 on here. I wouldn't recommend that one. That smells very similar to Jo Malone. Similar to Jo Malone Blackberry and Bay. It doesn't last as long. It's I don't know how to explain it. This has something special about it, and I think it's that sexiness. I don't know what she's put in this, but it's gorgeous. So I definitely think every woman should own this, or at least smell it, try it out. These are not cheap. These are kind of expensive, and they're not available on fragrance websites. You have to go to a Trish McEvoy counter. She's got counters at Nordstrom and Saks Fifth Avenue and Neiman Marcus. So yeah, you're gonna have to pay for this, but it's worth, her fragrances are worth it in my opinion. Another one that I absolutely think every woman should own, and it's number one, because it smells amazing. Number two, I love the company. And number three, this is a sentimental fragrance. This is Bond No. 9 Scent of Peace. Bond No. 9 is a fragrance company that is based in New York City. And all of their fragrances are based on a place in New York City. So there's like Madison Avenue, there's Brooklyn, there's, I mean, there are like 30 or 40, 50 fragrances, and they're all based off of places in New York. There's a lot of thought that goes into it. And this is their fragrance that they released after the attacks on 9/11. I think for 2 years the proceeds went to UNICEF. But this is supposed to be a peaceful scent. You know, you can see the dove on there. It's a beautiful fragrance, you guys. I like it because it means something. Whenever I wear this, I think of, you know, 9/11. It's Lily of the Valley, and I think blackberry and blueberry and musk. So again, it's kind of like the Sexy 9. It's got the fruity, it's got floral, and it's got musk. And Bond No. 9 fragrances are made really well, and they're very strong and they last a long time. This is actually the only Bond No. 9 fragrance I can wear because it's their lightest fragrance for women. A lot of their fragrances. I used to wear Perfumista Avenue, which I loved, but it was just such a bomb. It was so strong, and I just was like, felt like I was being strangled. Their fragrances are great though. If you like strong fragrances, you need to check out Bond No. 9. But this I think every woman should have because it's a beautiful fragrance, and it's a beautiful bottle, and it has a really nice sentimental thing to it. Okay, the next one is my Flowerbomb. I love Flowerbomb. Every woman should own Flowerbomb. Sometimes I think if you could only have one fragrance, and somebody asked me if I could only have one fragrance, and I think I might say Flowerbomb. Flowerbomb is one of those smells that is just, it's familiar. It's comforting, it smells sexy, it smells beautiful, it's soft. Flowerbomb to me smells, I don't smell any flowers actually. I smell all sweetness and patchouli. So it's like a soft vanilla, sweet patchouli that's kind of subtle. It's just a beautiful fragrance. It wears so beautifully. I immediately know when someone's wearing Flowerbomb, and all I want to do is get closer to them and smell them. I just think Flowerbomb is absolutely a must-have. Everyone has to have it in their collection. I usually only wear Flowerbomb in the colder months, just because that patchouli, I struggle with patchouli in the warmer months. It's just too much. But I love Flowerbomb, so that's that one. Okay, so this one, this is my kind of wild card. This is my Barbie fragrance, but this is such a fun fragrance. I think everyone should own this because this is a flirty, fun, sexy fragrance. This is Juicy Couture Gold Couture. If you like Viva La Juicy by Juicy Couture, you're gonna love this. It's a stronger version of Viva La Juicy with more caramel. To me, this smells like a sexy caramel. But it's got a little bit of orange, something in there. It's just beautiful. It smells like Barbie. I mean, it's like, when it's not complicated, it's easy to understand. It's just fun. It's gonna smell good. Everybody's gonna like it. And it's just one of those no-brainer, easy kind of like, I don't know. There's something about Viva La Juicy, there's something about a Juicy Couture fragrance that I just like. They just smell good. In the same way that a Victoria's Secret fragrance smells good. It just smells good. There's nothing to figure out. So that's Gold Couture. I've heard this might be discontinued, So I would grab it if you want it. This is my second bottle of Go Couture. I went through one, which is hard for me to do. I don't actually go through a lot of bottles. Okay, so my second to last one that I absolutely love. This is one of my favorite fragrances that I have bought. Oh, I'm running out of cards. That I have bought. I just bought this recently. It's Fleur de Peau by Diptyque. Okay, so this fragrance is an ambrette based fragrance. So ambrette and iris are probably my two most favorite notes in fragrance. Ambrette seeds. Okay, so this is Diptyque's kind of better, more expensive, longer lasting, more chic, better made version of Glossier You. And for those of you who watch my channel know that Glossier You is on my top 10 favorite fragrances of all time. I absolutely love it. But this is actually a better version of it because it's just, Diptyque makes their fragrances really, really well. They're much more expensive. This was almost $200. But the ambrette that's in here is just a little bit deeper and darker than the one in Glossier You. There's a little bit of rose in this, which gives it a little deeper. Glossier You, I don't think has any floral in it. It's just ambrette seeds and iris, I believe. At least I'm guessing. I don't know that they actually released the notes in Glossier You. But ambrette seeds or ambrette, it's supposed to mimic skin. So this means skin flower or flower of the skin. So it's kind of got this, to me, ambrette smells papery and irisy and almost like wet cement, but in like the best way possible. Oh my gosh, this is one awards. This one I think Allure Best of 2018. This has done very well for Diptyque. I recommend this to everybody. This would make a great gift, but I think everyone should own. Fleur de Peau would be my #1 choice. If you don't want to shell out the money for this, I think everyone should own Glossier You, which is basically, smells almost exactly the same. It's just better. So that is Fleur de Peau. Definitely recommend that. And my #1 pick for a fragrance that every woman should own, and I've been talking about this nonstop. Oh my gosh, you really cannot see this. There's no point. This is from Clean Reserve, and this is their newest fragrance called Radiant Nectar. And again, oh my goodness, you guys. Okay, I'm sorry you can't see it. It's the families of floral musk. So this is very similar to the one I just described by Diptyque. This is an ambrette seed balm. Lots of ambrette in here. The ambrette seeds are from El Salvador, which I think that's cool. It said, we made the choice to partner with a company that sources sustainable ambrette harvested by local farmers in El Salvador to help support education programs for the farmers in their communities. So I don't know, I just know the ambrette in this one is from El Salvador. So this one is similar to this, but they have added, ambrette is the base of this, but they have added a pear note and a honey note. So in my opinion, this one is better than this. Because when you add that sweetness with the ambrette, it becomes the perfect fragrance. Because ambrette is kind of a dry musk. Again, it's like skin. And then you add the sweetness of the pear and honey in here. Oh my goodness, you guys. I mean, every woman needs to have this fragrance. This is available at Sephora exclusively. There is a travel size for those of you who just want to check it out. But again, this is called Clean Reserve Radiant Nectar. This smells to me like heaven. It just is one of the, I would say in the last 5 to 8 years, this is the best fragrance that has come out. Well, that's not true. Glossier You, there's so many fragrances that are so good. I don't even, but to me, like Glossier You, this, and this, in my opinion, are the best modern take on fragrance, a fragrance that has come out. You know, I love my, Chanel Chance and all that, but this has been done a million times. I mean, there's so many beautiful classic fragrances, but these, in my opinion, are the new generation of fragrances. They are just different. They are not super, super, super florally. you know, it's a different vibe. It's a very cool, kind of millennial type situation, but this is absolutely my #1 pick of the fragrance that every woman should own, because it's easy to wear. Everyone's gonna love it. It's light enough to not bother anyone, but you can smell it enough to feel like you're wearing fragrance. It's kind of the perfect fragrance. So that is my #1 pick, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment in the comments. Let me know what your fragrances are that you think every woman should own. I love hearing you guys and what you have to say in the comments. It's my favorite. I respond to almost every commenter. I try to. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you on the next video.